No, I feel like the songs that I really put a lot of effort into, they
Thanks, Jason. Hi, Moira.
Hello.
Yeah. Mag-join na rin ako sa pag-congratulate sa'yo for this incredible feat as a music artist. Now, I would like to piggyback on the question of Bix earlier because I like what you said about your songs being a friend to your listeners since they are very relatable. But my question is, how has your music become your friend during these very rough and trying times?
Oh, wow. I really love that question, Nikki. Thank you so much. It's become a friend to me again because I feel like in the last few years of touring the Philippines and touring um, the world, it's been hard for me to write because I exhausted my creativity in in a way that I shouldn't have. And I wasn't allowed to write because wala na siyang lumalabas kasi pagod na eh. But in this pandemic, I was able to write songs like Anchor and Bullets and just songs that was really my heart, and it was the first time that I was able to write again with no pressure at all. I was able to write about my anxiety and my fears and the pain that I feel for the people that I love and for the Filipinos during this pandemic. It's really helped me a lot again. And once again, it really never fails to be my outlet and to be my therapy. And I really hope that when people get to hear it, it could be their form of therapy also.
It's nice to know. And of course, when there's no pressure, your creative juices just keeps on flowing. Now, you mentioned earlier that some of your songs, it only took you 10 minutes to finish. But was there any song or any specific musical project that you put so much effort into and yet they didn't perform, uh, you know, well compared to your hits that we have right now?
Uh, I don't know. I feel like the songs that I really put a lot of effort into, they got that recognition. But at the same time, it doesn't really not that it doesn't matter to me, but it's not heavy on my heart if they don't, get as much recognition, because to me it was an outlet. As long as it helped one or two people, that's a win for me that I was able to be a friend. But closest one to mind, I think it was Take Her to the Moon for me. It took me about a year, I think, or two to finish it. And the story behind that song is first yung chorus niya, it was inspired by Inside Out of Pixar. And there was the scene that he said, "Take her to the moon" for me. But then wala siyang verses noon. And then I remember that six of our church mates, they went on a mission trip, and they were all engaged. There were three couples, they were all engaged. Five of them died, and then one girl was the only one who survived. And her fiance died. And originally, siya yung nasa alon na, and then the fiance jumped, saved her, but then he didn't make it. And so that was what made me finish the song. It is dedicated to them. And it was very hard for me to write emotionally. Parang feeling ko yun yung pinakamabigat na nasulat ko. But yeah, it didn't go really big, but to me it was because I was able to comfort and to, I don't know.
We can never tell, right now a lot of songs have re-emerged to be biggest hit, like for example Fleetwood and Mariah Carey, something like that. They after a few decades, actually, they re-emerged to be #1 songs right now. But I would like to point this out kasi Moira, you're one of the music artists that we find really humble and you know very soft spoken amid all the recognitions and successes that you have right now. So my final question is, what makes or what keeps you grounded?
Um, my team. I'm very blessed to have the team that I have, and God, of course, and my relationship with God and my faith, and knowing that this all of these recognitions, it was never about me. It's always been for His glory. My husband, during last year when I couldn't write, he started writing the entire Patawad album, and I finished it with him. But if it wasn't for him or Sir Jonathan Manalo or my cornerstone family, my handler Sir Mac and Tito Erickson and my Star Music family, I don't think I'd be in the mindset that I am now in in si Jason. Kumagalaw. I don't think I'd be where I am now physically. Physically, sana mas payat ako. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I have, this was not just me. If this was just me, I would have failed a long time ago. But I'm so grateful because I have the team and the family that I have now behind me. So it's really thanks to them.
Yeah. And of course, we are grateful for your music, Moira. Thank you for your music. And yeah, congratulations. And we hope to hear more of your songs in the coming months and coming years. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yan. Hi, Moira.
Hi,
Congratulations.
Sir Alan. Hello po.
Nice to see you, fresh, and mukhang nakapagpahinga ka sa Amerika ng mahaba-habang panahon.
Di po naligo lang po ako today.
Kami naliligo hindi ganyan ka-fresh. Tanong ko lang, Moy, parang lang we're just curious kung I don't know if you wanna talk about this or not, it's okay. Pero ano yung nagpapa-trigger sa'yo dun sa mga anxiety mo na kung saan, and how your husband Jason support you dun sa mga ganong klaseng mga panahon?
Wow, honestly po, hindi naman na po iba sa atin yung nangyari last year, yung sa ilong ko po. Marami pong nagtitrigger ng anxiety ko eh. Last year, it was that. The year before that, it was, being relevant, staying relevant, being in a fast-paced world. And then now po, may mga triggers na words. I struggle a lot with my security and my identity. I know that a lot of women resonate with me on this, that you don't feel good enough, you don't feel pretty enough, you don't feel celebrated enough. Maraming triggers, and I recently found out that I have polycystic ovaries. So yan po yung anxiety ko ngayon na when you have polycystic ovaries, maraming mga kababaihan na may PCOS na nahihirapan mag-baby. So, yung anxiety ko minsan, paano pag daw magka-baby, ganyan. Or about my health, when you have PCOS, sobrang tumataba, tas mahirap mag-lose weight, so physical na naman. And then, maraming triggers, and I know that I'm not alone in this. I know that whenever I see people reacting to my songs, I see that they go through it as well. But I'm very blessed because my husband, he's so patient with me, and and he just waits for me to be able to handle my emotions and to heal properly. Sobrang patient po niya. And this is, I know, I want to give this advice for people who are with people who struggle with anxiety and or depression. The more you try to fix them, the more they're gonna feel how broken they are. But when you just stay there and love them and you listen, a lot of times people with depression, they already know what to do next. They already know how to fix it. They already know how to mend the wound. But it's not that they don't want to, it's that they want to be heard first and they want to be understood first. And so I'm so grateful that I'm married to someone who does that and who constantly points me back to God and points me back to this great love that we have and constantly reminds me how blessed we are. So yun po.
So ayun, kung sakaling, 'di ba sabi mo nga you have problem at this moment to your ovary. If given a chance na magkaroon kayo ng baby, ilan yung pinaplano nyo ni Jason? May mga ganun na bang plano? Kung if God's permit, kung bibigyan kayo ng gift ni God, ilang gift yung ibibigay yung gusto mong ibigay sa inyo ni God? May ganun. Lalaki ba, babae ba? May ganun na bang plans?
Sir Alan, sagutin ko na lang yung pagkatapos ko manganak ng unang beses. Pag masyado masakit, isa lang. Pero pag hindi ganyan kasakit, baka tatlo, ganyan.
Wow. Congratulations, Moira. We just missed you. Parang kahapon sa ASAP, doon ka lang uli namin narinig ng your song. Alam naman nating maraming naglo-look up sa iyo, maraming gusto maka-collaborate ka, maraming nagmamahal sa iyo, your fans, your co-artists, and you always think about them, that we are always there to pray for you. Congratulations, Maria.
Salamat, Sir Alan. Thank you also for always being here.